Welcome back to Memoriapolis, a new game in early access. It is basically Anno meets Civilization. It's a city builder, it is organic city builder, but you go through the ages. You start in Antiquity, go to the medieval ages, and even to today. So that's a really cool concept. We actually played it already on the channel during a live stream, almost 3 hours, and had tons of fun with it. So I thought, let's start a let's play. If you're watching this episode on the day I'm releasing it, that means this is the day the game is being released. It's being released on August the 29th, 2024. So again, you watching this video, that means it's out. You can go in the video description below to find the Steam page and buy it, or wishlist it if you want to see it further. Because again, it's an early access game. It already has a lot to it, but I can understand that some of you may not want early access, and so maybe you just wishlist it and see when it's final. Let's dive right in. There is a tutorial. We actually played it during the live stream, but I think it's best to just go directly into a new game. I'm going to explain to you all of the details. I mean, this is basically what this first video is going to be all about. I'm going to show you all of the basics of the game, and then obviously we're going to continue to get up to the end of this early access. So when we start, you choose a bit who do you want to be. Would you want to be a craftsman, you want to be a strategist, you want to be a trader, and each of these, will give you a bonus. For example, the trader will have trade routes, continue to generate passive income when the caravels travel. Now, it's worth noting that actually, as you move through the ages, you're going to be able to change this. So it's a really cool concept. I'm going to start, I think, with the craftsman, because in the first age, getting more resources, crafting more things, that's really what's important in Antiquity. In the future, some of the other ones may actually be way more important. So we're going to take this one. You can choose your city name. So we're going to go as a city name with... Who hasn't gotten a city name in a while? I think Anubis, you haven't gotten your name in my videos. So Anubis Gaming, thank you for being a member of the channel. Your name is going to be Christoph Pyromist. This is also some other Pyromist. Some other YouTube and Patreon members. Thank you all for your support. We can change completely our coat of arm. Don't hesitate to tell me. I don't know if we can change it later, to be honest, but don't hesitate also to tell me in the comments below on my Discord community if you want to create a particular one. Let's change a bit some of the colors. That's looking fine. Okay, let's confirm, and here we are. We are already on the map. So this is a map. Right now there is only one map. It's Handcraft. I'm sure they can create future maps in the future. In particular, also maybe a map editor would be great. But as you can see, there is multiple starting points. And yes, I know there's a bit of flickering right now. This is just going to go away as soon as we start. So yes, we have multiple places. During the live stream we started on here, the riverside, which does have quite a lot of resources, but I felt maybe I just didn't think through it enough, but I quickly got stuck. So let's see if there's not a place with more place, basically. Roadside is where? Over here, the other... So here you can see this feels like a bit more space. I can try to cut all of those trees and get there and get even more space. Yeah, I like this. Let's just check the resources. So by pressing 6, I can now check the resources. So I can see that over here there is already a lot of different resources, like the iron, the gold. There's some sand and clay over here, not too far, and also on that side. And here a lot of... So there's definitely a lot of resources. Let's start here. I think that's a good one. So we're going to place our city. It's going to create 2 roads, as you can see. This is the red square. You can see a couple of red squares. These are going to be roads. So it is. And we are at the start of Antiquity. Of course, don't hesitate to tell me if you have any questions in the comments below. This is a new game, so you may not know everything. Welcome, this is welcome in Latin. The goal, make the city the most important in the world. So it is. We got a couple of roads that were created, right? And we're already starting. Here it is, sorry, I forgot to pause the game, but it's already starting to create a first district. So the district, this is where our people are going to be living. These ones are completely organic. They're gonna, pop up all over your city. They're gonna pop up actually where the attraction is high. So right now, the only attraction is around my city. My city center provides, 125 of attraction. So they want obviously to be close to it. In the future, we're gonna build buildings, like services or cultural buildings that are going to give us more attractiveness. And then we're also going to build buildings that are going to reduce the attractiveness. Typically, these are production buildings, like nobody wants to live near a quarry or near a cutting camp, right? There is, by the way, a really good wiki. You can access it by pressing this one here, or to press it at the top right corner there. These pages, right now, these are the basic pages, and the more we go into the game, the more we're going to unlock new pages to help us. So there's many different there, and already quite impressive. So we definitely want to start by making food, right? Well, basic resources over here, we're gonna unlock more in the future, but right now we only have access to food and wood and stone, right? The food, obviously we need for our people, otherwise they're not gonna be happy. They're going to start having some problems. So the small farm is definitely a good one to make as soon as possible. Now, last time I did make one mistake, which was my farm was, it was too close to my city center, because my city center is going to grow and grow. And then when I wanted to delete the farm, it costed me a lot of money because I had made a huge farm. So I'm thinking this time, maybe we make a smaller farm. Can I make it on this side? There is too much, I think, trees. Yeah, there's too much trees. We can't make it on this side. Oh yeah, sorry, I forgot to tell you. Right now we can only build inside this circle. This is called the safety or security area. This circle is going to expand, of course, as we grow. So let's put it on this side here. Okay. And we're not going to build 10 fields because, as I said, this was a bit too much. We're going to build maybe only 5. This is also going to cost us less resources and less workers because we only have 20 workers right now, so we need to be careful. And, you can see I put it, there's a 10 here. This means 10 cycle. This is basically 10 seconds, if you wish, or 10 minutes or 10 years, right? This is the sort of unit of time of the game. So as soon as I unpause, this is going to start moving. It's not like in Civilization where you have to press the button to go to next cycle. Here, this is real time, but you can pause as I just did, right? Especially when I'm talking, obviously I'm gonna pause a bit. We're gonna want to do also cutting camp. And as I said, I think I want to cut as much as possible on this side to try to get all of these trees to disappear so we can build some building there. Because yes, the trees are finite. Actually, if I put it over here, now I can rotate it a bit. Here I have access to 2,674 trees. Here, 6,000, so it's obviously way better. 11,000, 12,000, right? So it's huge, but I can only build inside my circle right now. So we're gonna build, I think, one on this side, as much as possible on the outside again, right? Because we don't want to have problem of people not wanting to live near those trees cutters. And then we're gonna put one here too, if we can, to try to cut again all of those trees here. And we obviously also need wood, so it's good to have 2 of them for now. And then lastly, I'm not sure, we don't have enough workers, so we need to unpause and wait for more workers to join our city. There's going to be, obviously, our city is going to grow, we're going to attract new people, and therefore we're going to get more and more workers. We're going to also get a lot more buildings, of course, right? But first, let's start with those basics of getting some food and some construction materials in terms of wood and stone. So looking at the quarry over here, let's check it out. Again, we can go into here to see the resources. I don't want the wood, I want the stone, and maybe let's also check, if there's any sand and clay anywhere close. So we have some over here and some over there. I don't know if I will be able to go here. So this is a bit outside of the radius, but not that far. So there's two things we could do. One is potentially I could wait, but no, I cannot because I need stone to upgrade my camp. So I was thinking maybe I wait for my camp to upgrade, but no, I need stone to upgrade, so I can't wait. What I could do potentially is there is this building over here in proximity that is called a surveyor cabin. This is going to enable me to expand the area of security. The only problem is it also costs some stone. We're going to unlock it for sure. So this is a bit like your research tree, right? You can unlock upgrades for the buildings we already have, for example, an upgrade to the cutting camp, or you can also upgrade, get completely new buildings. Right now, many of them are locked, but soon we're gonna get access to them. So as I just said, the surveyor cabin, we are not gonna be able to build it because we don't have stone yet, and we can't really do any trading yet because we haven't unlocked that. So we're gonna have to build a quarry maybe over there, but what I'm thinking is this quarry, you know, I'll probably delete pretty soon after. So let's actually, over here it's not too bad actually, you know, 1200, and it's pretty outside of the radius, so it's fine. Okay, so we're gonna get with that some stone. There's something happening over here, which is we've built the farm, but now it's going to build actual farmlands, fields, right? We have the first one over here, the second is being built, and we said it's gonna build 5, right? Looking at the building, I can actually see also how much I'm producing, right? For example, right now it's only 5 because I only want 1 field build. As soon as I get a second, it's gonna go to 10. I can see the stock, right, the reserve inside the building. You can see it went to 10 because this one is finished. I can see how many workers. So there's 6 workers in the farm and then 1 worker per field. So right now I only have 2. When I get the third one, you're gonna see this gonna move to 3. So yeah, we're starting to get some food, and I really like the UI. You know, I think the UI works well. You can easily see my resource there. I can easily see my people, and when I hover it, I can quickly see, okay, I'm producing 15, I'm consuming 7.7, so I'm gaining 7 per cycle. Right? Really sleek, works well. Congrats to the team there. Okay, the small quarry is also working, right? So we can see it there. And then one thing I did want to also re-show you is over here, we can see how much wood is still left in this radius. So 2000 for this one, and this one 2800. We can also probably see some impact on attractiveness. Not so much yet, it's still pretty good over here, but the reality is there, yeah, it's not that good because we have, you know, the disturbance. We have a few more districts that have been built, right? And right now they're not linked to any culture because we have no culture building. To get the first culture buildings, we're gonna need to improve our camp, which requires us to have 90 people in the city. We only have 85 right now, and to have enough resources. We have enough resources, so I'm not worried there. We may have to build another farm soon, or also maybe let's build this one. Or maybe let's wait for it to upgrade and then we'll see, maybe we'll build one over there. Maybe we'll also build one this side, try to expand quickly this side. All of those buildings though are limited. Right now I can only build 2 surveyor cabin, for example. I can only build, no, I can build as many as I want of these, but some of the buildings are gonna be limited. We have reached 90 people, 93 to be precise, so we can upgrade our camp from level 1 to level 2. Perfect. And with this, we're gonna finish, you know, the first chapter. This is gonna take 10 turns though. I may want to expand even more my productions, but maybe I'm just gonna wait again for this to expand. It's a bit of a, you know, trade-off between losing a bit of time versus placing the buildings in the right places. Why am I saying losing a bit of time? Because you can see we are at now cycle 52 out of 1250. This is actually limited. I have a limited amount of time to finish the Antiquity. Then if I get, you know, to 1250, it will automatically move to the next age. In this case, the medieval ages. I can also move earlier than that if I'm ready, but yes, there is a limited time. We have now unlocked a lot of buildings. We've unlocked the ceramic workshop, the arena, and many others. All of these are cultural buildings. We've also unlocked one more production building, the architectural office. I'll talk about it in a second. And we have unlocked the citizen satisfactions. So let me show you quickly. The satisfactions are these ones over here. There are 5 different ones: the health, the safety, the belonging, esteem, and creativity. We need to have cultural buildings and sometimes services or wonders or some of these to give my population some of this satisfaction. Right now we can see, for example, I'm pretty good. My health is, I'm providing 108 of health. I think this is coming from just by default or maybe with the camp, and I need 108. So it's like everybody is happy. But as soon as I get more people, if I don't start putting some cultural buildings, they're gonna start getting unhappy. When they're very happy, when they're very satisfied, you actually get bonuses. For example, for health, right now I have a food consumption minus 15% and a construction time minus 20%. So that's really good. When you get into people being unhappy, unsatisfied, one, you're not gonna get those bonuses, but more importantly, they can start having problems. They can start having fires, they can start having unrest, all those type of things. So you definitely want to try to get these in the green. We do have, as I said, now a lot more in our research tree. We've unlocked a new production, which is the architectural office. Let's definitely unlock it right away because actually it costs also 0, so that's great. But we've also unlocked a lot of cultural buildings. So let's see, you're gonna see there's a couple of different cultures. There's production, military, religion, education, commercial, and politics. And we have only the level 1 right now. We're gonna unlock also multiple other level, and these are only the ones for Antiquity. Then we're gonna get the ones for medieval ages, etc. So there's definitely a lot of different buildings and combinations. Let's start with an arena. I think that looks pretty nice, and maybe also something for the commerce. Let's go. So as you can see, to unlock a new building, it always costs here an amount. This is this blue resource. This is called the blueprints. This is over here. Those blueprints are basically, how good your people are at creating new stuff. And this is being created in the architectural office. Now, maybe to explain a bit also why architectural office or blueprints is so important in the game is the founder of the publisher, of the developer for this game is actually an architect. So I think that's where it comes from. But it makes a lot of sense, it's like to discover new buildings, you need to have architects. So we're definitely gonna build this architectural office as soon as possible. I did want you to check, is that, sorry, let's go back over here 1 second. Is that a positive or negative? So it creates a bit of attraction, not a lot, but just a bit. So it is okay to put it in the center of your turn, but also it doesn't have to be right in the center because it's not that much. By the way, I hope you have realized that our circle has now expanded. It used to end at this building, it used to end at this building, and over here in the middle, now it's a bit further because we have upgraded our center. So yeah, let's put this somewhere, maybe over here. Do we have enough space? So obviously we cannot build on the farm or on the road. So it is a bit of, sometimes a bit of a jigsaw puzzle. Okay, now we don't have enough space here. But we can put it inside here. I guess that, can I put it a bit more like this? Okay. So we're gonna build this one, and we definitely want to build some cultural buildings. These ones, you probably, we don't have enough stone. You probably want to get them as close as possible, to your citizens, because they're going to provide, that satisfaction to the cities or to the people around, and they're going to make those districts to take that culture. So for example, if I put the arena next to those two, these districts are going to become military districts. Okay, we need more stone, so let's see about creating one on this side after building a surveyor cabin. So the surveyor cabin is one of those buildings that can be built outside of the radius, but it also needs to be touching basically. Over here is fine. So let's see if I put it there, could be good. Okay, and then when it is built, I think we'll be able to put a nice mine over there. I would love, to be honest, to be able to destroy roads, like to say, okay, destroy this road or move the road there. But I also get why they made it this way. It creates a lot more challenges that the road is created automatically. Okay, let's see the quarry, you know, oh, no, that is... So this is why, you know, I would have loved to put it there. If I can delete the road, then I get a really great mine. But now, on this side, it's a really poor mine. And on that side, I don't have the space. So that was a big failure on my part. Okay, so I could delete this one, maybe put it a slightly different shape. But the main thing is that road. Ah, shame. Should we try on this side? See? I mean, here, it is a pretty good one. The only problem again is I need an expansion. And the expansion is going to then take the space I want to use. Not good, not good. What we may want to do is improve the quarry, but let's also see that there's only 1000 left here, so it's gonna get deleted soon. But maybe, yeah, maybe we do this. Let's see what it takes to upgrade it. So to upgrade it, it takes 500. We have that, that's not a problem. To unlock the upgrade, I mean, and then to actually upgrade it, it's gonna take 200 wood. We have that, and it's going to increase, you know, the malus. But it's fine. Right now there is no people there, and this way we can quickly, you know, get as much stone as we can from here. It has also expanded the radius of the quarry, so that now there's 3000 actually quarry, 3000, you know, stone into it. So yeah, good progress. How are we doing on food? Oh, we're not doing good. No, we're fine. It's because it's full. So 25 production, 20 of consumption. So we're okay. We're okay, I think, on the wood there too. It's gonna tell us anyway when it's empty. So yeah, I think the next one is definitely to start building some cultural. So let's see over here. For example, I think that's good. There's gonna be one road here and one road at the top. Now, the arena, being a military building, will give us by default some safety, 175 points of safety. But then there is also a second choice, where we can choose whatever we want. So in general, you know, you're gonna look at which one is the worst. Right now, they're all the same. So I think we're just gonna go with health for now, because the bonus for health is really cool. And it's gonna take 14 turns to get built. And then we're gonna want to do that one, you know, after. Okay, so good progress there. Over again, don't hesitate to tell me if you have any questions or thoughts. But yeah, I think we're doing some good progress here. We have access, you know, to the building tree and also to the culture and influence page. I think this is maybe the last thing we'll cover in this episode, because this is quite an important one. So first of all, this is per age. You know, this whole page here will, well, in a sense, reset when we get to the next age, and again when we get to the next age. Right now, we are a hamlet, basically a small town, nobody knows us, right? So we have no bonuses. Like, nobody is, none of the faction that arrives are trusting us. We don't get a decrease in blueprint needing to unlock the wonders, anything like this. We get nothing. To get to the second level, the Vicus, that will start giving us some bonuses, we need to get to 500 cultural influence. Right now we have 125 because we've done two things. We've unlocked some buildings and we've improved our town center. If we do that more, meaning we unlock more buildings and we improve our town center more, we'll get even more points. And we can also get more points by doing some of the other things on this list. For example, if we construct a cultural building, we're gonna get some points. Construct a service building. Complete one cycle with one decree. So these are laws. Build one wonder. Welcome factions or have factions intentions. Discover ruins. All of those things will give us points. And then the last thing is we can also invest some cultural points. Those cultural points are going to be produced by the factions. We don't have factions yet, but this is going to say it is a big part of the game. So we're going to get factions, and those factions are going to create or produce cultural points, and then we can invest some of it. So for example, look at this. We are right now at 125. I'm going to invest, I have 10 right now, I'm going to invest 5. So we're going to move now to 130. We have invested 5 cultural points. So that can also help you to get, to 500 and therefore to get to the Vicus. And then when we get to the Vicus, to get to Opidium, we're going to need, I think it's 1000 points, right? So we need to continue moving. And the goal, of course, is to get to this maximum level here before the end of the age. There is also, other influence of this. So the greater our influence, the more we're gonna have good people joining us and things like this. I don't know all of the details, but yeah, that's basically the point. Okay, so the next mission, by the way, is to build a cultural building. So good thing we're doing this. There is also an optional quest over there, which is to look at my attractiveness. And actually, it's a great way to show you that here, you see this is dark blue, right? This is not dark blue there. Why? Because we have the query that has been improved and is providing a lot of negative influence there. So these people are not so happy. There's probably actually less people. If we look like 48, no, there's not less here because I think this was the first district we created. But going forward, there's less people that are going to go there rather than here or there, for example. We should be able, though, to increase the attractiveness of that zone as soon as the arena is built. So let's give it a second. Again, just 2 turns. And done. We have our first arena, which has hopefully increased also the attractiveness there. Yeah, you can see now this is a lot more attractive than everywhere else. This is always, relative, right? It's a relative. Here is a lot more attractive. It's not that it's not attractive there, it's just it's less attractive there, right? So more people will join here. The arena is also giving us some bonuses, right? If we look over here, now my health and my safety have grown even higher. There's really nobody unhappy here versus the belonging and esteem and creativity are starting to get, they're not unhappy. You can see they're okay, but I'm not getting any bonuses. So we definitely want to then create some cultural buildings for these ones too. And by the way, we also unlock our first decoration. Unfortunately, it requires, and it provides a lot of attraction, so that would be a good one. Unfortunately, it requires 2 resources we don't have, the sand and the clay. So we're gonna have to do that in the next episode. In the next episode, we also are going to start talking really about districts and about services. We've just unlocked in development tree the first 2 services. So I hope you enjoyed this one. Do tell me in the comments below, if you have any questions, things you want me to cover in the next few episodes. And stay tuned because we're definitely going to post, the next episode of this Let's Play very soon. Thank you for watching. Smash the like button. It really does help, to show this series to a bit more people so that we can continue it. And I hope to see you next time.